We are rolling.
Good morning. Welcome back to the conversation. This is Midlife Crisis Activities. This is our lifestyle and pop culture webcast, our daily shout out to the world. I'm your host, Patrick Russell. And over there is my very vivacious producer, Veronica. Together, we're here to lend our voices to the noise from a multi-generational perspective to help explain everything is right and wrong in this world. Good day to you, Veronica. I'm excited about this topic today. We're going to be talking to the audience about what it's like living with a Latina princess. Do you want to define that, or should I?
Well, let me do that. So a Latina princess, from my point of view, is someone that preferred to work, that ever since I was probably 16 years old, I was working in different jobs, and that don't know a lot about house chores.
Understood. Now, that's a very politically correct way of defining
a pretty way to
a Latina princess. Another way of describing a Latina princess would be somebody that grew up either with a very dutiful mom or older sisters that basically took care of everything around this person, so that as they grew up, they lacked the domestic skills that most house moms would know like the back of their hand. Should I give examples of what I'm talking about?
Well, let me just kind of make a point there. So I was blessed to have my mom that likes to clean, that likes to have everything extremely clean at the house. So growing up, she always did pretty much everything, and I feel sad right now because it is a lot of work.
You feel a little guilty
I
right
feel
now
guilty.
as you sat around and watching your Instagram while your mom vacuumed and cleaned the tubs and did the cooking too, I might add, because, you know, living with a Latina princess, you learn early on that burnt rice is a real thing, people. It's a real thing. So,
well, my mom always did everything, and I don't want to give an idea of like Latina princess, kind of like a lazy side of the Latinas.
Not lazy so much. No, you're not. You're a grinder. Come on. The one thing that I love about you is that you have the heart of a hustler. You, my dear, are a working girl. And I don't mean the Shelley from Slauson kind. I'm talking to the Meredith Griffin, Sigourney Weaver working girl kind. The type of girl that's ambitious and career-oriented. And I know that with you, as far as a business partner is concerned, there's nobody better. But now, if we're talking about somebody that knows how to organize a closet, that's a little bit of a different question. And I knew I was in more than I bargained for the first time I came into my closet when we first started living together, and I saw toilet paper next to my socks. And I realized, okay, maybe I need to have a more hands-on approach of how this house is put together. The next thing that I saw that I found was hilarious, but then also cute, but then also needed to be correction, is when I saw that a lot of our household cleaners like Windex and bleach were next to the edible food in the pantry.
No, that
was early on. It was a quick correction. You realized very quickly the problem with that, but yeah, we did have to go through that real quick lesson.
I don't remember that, but probably that was one of those cases. But yeah, I do totally give you that. I'm not good in the house per se, and Patrick is even better than me.
You're lucky. I'm an organizer by heart, so I am able to make up for where your domestic skills lack.
Yes, he is very well organized. That's one thing that I love about Patrick, is that he likes to have things clean and in order. And I'm the same way. I mean, don't get me wrong.
You're just used to having other people do it for you.
Yeah, that's what it is. And now that I'm married, that I know how hard it is to keep a house clean.
And it's impossible to train Bella, your dog, to do any of those household chores. So now it falls onto you and me directly, right? Yeah. How's that been, by the way?
So when I go to California and I see my mom cleaning, the first thing that I want to do is like, oh, let me do that for you. Because I know how hard she works, and I know that we don't really appreciate mom and dad or whoever does the cleaning in the house until we have to do it ourselves, and we're like, shoot, I mean, it takes me 30 minutes to do this, it takes me another 40 minutes to fold clothes. I mean, little by little, it's just like no ending. And I saw my mom
laundry is never ending for us, especially, right?
One thing that we have a lot of laundry every single day, and I'm like, wait,
it's because of the dogs, though, right? Just to give you context, we have 3 dogs. One of them, Bella, beautiful Labrador and Pit Bull mix. Yeah. But she's a shedder. Like, if you could see microcosmically what's coming off this dog's body, I think we would be scared by the amount of hair that's probably just falling off this dog's body. Yeah. Consequently, it ends up all half on your clothes. And so even if you didn't do anything but maybe lounge around the house for a few hours, by the time you look at your clothes and see all the dog hair, there's no way you're going to be putting that back on. And so it goes straight into the hamper, and that hamper builds up quite a bit. And so that's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job for us, isn't it?
And it never ends. And at some point, I was talking to my mom, and she's like, wait a minute, it's only Patrick and you. Why are you guys struggling with laundry? And another thing besides the dogs is that I change clothes at least 3 to 4 times a day, just because I do exercise, and then the shows, and then the
heat of Arizona. You know, you spend some time outside, you're gonna perspire, you're gonna sweat, you're not gonna want to put that stuff back on.
So if I were to tell you again, Patrick, before getting married, that I was a Latina princess, which I think you kind of
already knew. You didn't surprise me. Maybe the level of depth of the retraining that I felt was going to need to be done. Okay, maybe that was a little surprising, took me back a bit, but you're a fast learner, you're a quick study, and so far so good, the house hasn't fallen down. We've been able to keep it going and start businesses at the same time. It's not like we're working in a bubble, in a void, a vacuum. We're not. We're hustling every single day, and we're trying to keep this household. People out there with kids are laughing at us right now, like, oh my God, he's seeing just them, no kids and dogs, and they're complaining about their house falling apart. Yeah, but that's what it is when you live with a Latina princess. So, I mean, a lot of the household chores either get put to the side, or you just got to shoulder them yourselves there, buddy.
Well, let us know what you guys think about being a Latina princess. Once again, I want to emphasize that Latina princess is someone strong, someone that works, someone that decides, that decides to work and have a career instead of being at home. But I do agree with you that I do have to do a little bit more just for my own, self, just to know a little bit more about the house. And
absolutely.
I'm learning little by little.
There used to be a class, final note, there used to be a class growing up called home economics, home ec. And a lot of it was geared towards, unfortunately, in a male-dominated world, it really was geared towards getting the next generation of housewives ready for the chores.
I don't like that.
Horrible way of actually describing it, but it felt that way, right? And so now we don't have that home economics, and I think that's also sign of the times, right? And that'll be a next conversation we'll get back to, guys. Our Latinas are just women in general now, just growing up, not even realizing that it really was at some point in our society's time frame a place for the women to be would be in the home. That was where we expected them to be.
I know.
And not even it was integrated into our public school education. And now we're slowly breaking the mold, and I think it's a great thing. Guys, please be part of the show. Don't just subscribe, even though we will be doing this day to day on a daily basis, but please be part of the show. It'll make it a whole lot more fun. Guys, no matter what comes your way, no matter what obstacles or challenges you may face, you just need to remember one thing. Give them hell. Have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow.